How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It helps out me just a ton. You guys get plenty of fun stuff, not just Jujutsu Kaisen. We cover plenty of manga on the channel, so stick around, check it out, see if anything else catches your interest. But with that being said, we got to get into it because, yeah, we kind of had a little bit of a break between the quarterfinals and the semifinals. Took a little bit longer than I thought. Had some other stuff I wanted to make. Anyway, yeah, we got to get into it because, yes, we finally are down to the semifinals. I want to state real quick, I was going to put a bonus round in the semifinals. Not here, but just gonna make a whole nother bonus round video. Why not? Just give it its whole new video. Nice little break in between the semifinals and the finals. Really make that feel like its own thing. We have a little show before we get to it, yada yada. Even though there was a break, like I said, between quarter and semi, but that was a time break, not an additional content break. Anyway, yeah, semifinals, round 1. We have Idol Transfiguration versus Blood Manipulation. How I kind of want to go about this one is we can kind of look at how Blood Manipulation won its last fight and kind of go backward from there. So how did I think Blood Manipulation was going to barely, just maybe edge out the fight against Cursed Spirit Manipulation? No, probably not the most popular opinion. Kind of up in the air. Anyway, either way. The thing was, Blood Manipulation is really good at all different areas. Long range, medium range, short range, hand-to-hand combat, all of this stuff. No matter where you put it, it's feeling pretty good about itself. It doesn't have a whole lot of glaring weaknesses when it comes to different styles of attacks. It's very versatile. Cursed Spirit Manipulation, when you get up close, not quite as much. They're not hand-to-hand combat kinds of people. Well, they can be. Ghetto was good at hand-to-hand combat, but this is not Ghetto. This is just a random dude using the technique. So, yeah, Cursed Spirit Manipulation doesn't lend itself as well to hand-to-hand combat as Blood Manipulation does. So, after being able to use its versatility to work through some curses to get up close, it could start to get that advantage and start wearing down the Cursed Manipulation user as its number of curses starts to dwindle, as Blood Manipulation also is able to slowly try and chew through those as well. Kind of a battle of attrition. That's kind of what a lot of these kind of end up being, if we're being honest. If you have a curse technique, you probably have to work through the curse technique before you can get to the user. Whether it's work around it, chew through it, you kind of have to do that. Now, when we look at that and kind of try to put it into practice against Idol Transfiguration, because you kind of have to do a similar thing. If Idol Transfiguration wants to sit here and use its transfigured humans, then yeah, it can sit back and let its free roaming minions kind of do a little bit of work, kind of try and wear you down a little bit. So you got to get through some frontline stuff first, but then after that, it isn't in a weaker position. You then get to its actual strengths. Mid, short range combat, morphing its body into all kinds of deadly weapons, being able to touch you and mess with your soul and hurt you that way, being able to heal itself if you are able to get close into hand-to-hand combat, medium range, anything like that. You're kind of getting a lot of things stacked up against you. Blood Manipulation could try to stay at range and just use its versatile moveset. An Idol Transfiguration user can close the gap while being somewhat reckless, not worrying too terribly much about the couple of attacks that might hit it while closing the gap, because they can heal from that. Obviously, they can't just heal and heal and heal and heal and heal forever. We have a pool of energy that we're going to burn through eventually. But if you have to risk 1 or 2 shots to close the range because Blood Manipulation doesn't want to get close, and let's be honest, the transfigured humans probably are not going to be enough, not even close, you can do that. You can take a couple shots if you need to. And on top of all of this, Idol Transfiguration is not useless at range without transfigured humans. It can use very long abilities by morphing its own body. They get weaker as they extend out to range, as shown when Mahito was fighting Nanami and Yuji, and he was way up in the air, and he did all those spikes that went to the ground, and they just broke through him. He's like, oh man, they're too weak when they're that far out. Oh well, I guess this is only good against fodder. And then he brought him back. But with that being said, Idol Transfiguration, once again, also has the transfigured humans, so they have additional enemies they can throw out there like a video game boss. Doesn't really seem fair. Idol Transfiguration is kind of a cheat code in ways, let's be entirely honest. So yeah, unfortunately, Blood Manipulation isn't going to be able to use its same versatility as it did last time. It's just going to get matched with similar versatility and a healing ability. That's kind of BS. Oh yeah, and the dude can literally morph his soul. that doesn't help either. So yeah, Idle Transfiguration, possibly the darkest, most evil, dastardly technique in the entire series, is going to move on to the finals. Can we have a hero ability come in and save the day? The edgy Dark Lord of the Ten Shadows, or the limitless power of good? Limitless? I don't know. One of them's going to have to get there. So here's the thing. I think Ten Shadows, at this level that we're talking about, remember, limitless, no 6 eyes. This is Curse Technique Tournament. The 6 eyes are not part of the limitless Curse Technique. It is just something a limitless user gets to be born with because screw everybody else. So, that is not there. Remember, reverse Curse Technique, hollow purple, annihilating anything in its path, all these domain expansions, pretty much all of the absolutely insane, wacko-ass shit Gojo has done. Yeah, this limitless guy, he doesn't get most of those. He gets the limitless technique. Now, with this being said, when we're talking about things at this level, I actually think Ten Shadows 100% beats out Limitless on 2 things: versatility and mobility. Now, Limitless, there's this teleportation technique stuff. I don't know how that's coming into play here. One, that's probably a pretty high level technique. Either way, yeah, if you want to say he uses that to increase his speed in combat, okay, sure, great. Still, okay, fine. I'll give raw speed to Limitless, but mobility is not just how fast you are. So it's going to go to 10 Shadows. Either way, versatility, mobility, 10 Shadows. Limitless is going to get these destructive capacity. It has attack power, and it also obviously has defense over the 10 Shadows, having that whole can't touch a Limitless thing. So here's the thing. That attack power that the Limitless has over the 10 Shadows, that's only good if you're actually going to be hitting the guy. That's where the high mobility and versatility of 10 Shadows really, really comes into play. That whole blue that's just going to pop up and suck everything in like a black hole, even though it's blue, not black. Yeah, that thing is a pretty, well, stationary attack. Yeah, there's a little bit of range to it. It's a little bit of an AoE. But if you can avoid that, it's not going to come chasing after you like a Shikigami is. So, considering we have a 10 Shadows user that can, I don't know, have a bird come down, grab its shoulders, and fly him out of there. He has toads that can whip their tongue out and pull him out of there. He can drop down into the shadows and just, I don't know, slide out of there. What does the shadow do? Does the shadow technically walk? Are there super tiny feet underneath it? Does it just slide? What's the technical move? What's the technical term for the shadow moving? We're going to go with slide. So yeah, they can drop down into the shadow and just slide out of there. There's a lot of things that the 10 Shadows user can do to avoid the Limitless' most powerful move, its biggest knockout ability. It can avoid that rather easily, actually. Now, here's the thing, that defense. Defense is only good if it's, well, actually blocking damage, actually negating damage. Here's the thing. Gojo, yeah, he's got the Limitless up basically all the time, 24/7. If it's not up, it's basically on instant activation as soon as his Spidey sense, basically. What else does this guy need? Anyway, as soon as his basically Spidey sense senses anything coming at him. That is not something that this Limitless user has. This is an ability that needs to be activated and deactivated. If you can be caught off guard, you can be damaged. This is something that 10 Shadows kind of excels at. We've seen it many times throughout the series. You can leave Shikigami in wait a lot longer than people think. You can summon them a lot more sneakily than people think. It is a very, very good technique to catch people off guard with. So, we do have the capability to catch the Limitless user off guard. Don't know if we're necessarily going to be able to one-shot him. It's definitely possible. We've seen it happen, finally catching somebody off guard, and boom, here we go. Here's the big kill shot. But even if we can't one-shot him by catching him off guard, it's a decent chance that we're going to be able to get that opening in between the activation, well, in between the deactivation and the reactivation of the Limitless ability. We can catch that timing sometimes. We can catch him off guard sometimes. Also, on top of this, you can kind of jump him with your Shikigami, forcing him to leave the Limitless up, using up a lot of his cursed energy. Or he'll have to drop it and take some damage, or dodge, do something to get out of there. You can kind of do that. there's a lot of stuff. You have the numbers advantage on the limitless user, and that is important to remember. But with this being said, they do have to be careful to make sure and not lose Shikigami throughout this fight, if at all possible. You don't want to get down to the end of this fight, and all of a sudden you're looking at 2 Shikigami left. You got the Toad and the Rabbits, and you're looking at a limitless user on the other side like, oh man, I didn't play my cards right here. You want to be careful. But here's the thing. That whole shadow slide thing, that can actually be used for the 10 Shadows user to get up close and personal and still have a good safety net to fall back on and get out of there before they take too much damage themselves. They can do this to give the Shikigami a little bit of a break, to try and interfere a little bit if the limitless user is trying to take a Shikigami out. They can themselves catch the limitless user off guard if they pay too much attention to the Shikigami instead. There's really just a lot to pay attention to when it comes to the 10 Shadows. So I don't know if this is exactly how this would go if we gave them their entire movesets and all of this stuff, all of the reverse cursed energy and domains and all of this and all of that. Might change some stuff, but at this level, with the movesets we got and the things we have at hand, I think 10 Shadows is kind of the better base technique. Sorry, Limitless. I know you're not used to tasting defeat, but suck it, Gojo Clan. I'm just kidding. I like the Gojo Clan. I like Gojo Satoru. He's awesome. Anyway, yeah. Maybe a little controversial? I don't know. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people who just like seeing the Limitless get knocked off its high horse. Either way, yeah. Let me know down in the comments below how stupid I am and how wrong I am on all of these things. And yeah, we'll have a fun talk and yeah, we'll enjoy. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like I said, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. But more importantly, like I also said, go down in those comments. I love talking to you guys and I respond to basically everybody. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you next time. I'm out.